This is a very recent footage taken on the 15th of July 2009. This is Naskim. He praises the Mother Nature.
Anak kita anasira wijile.
Naskim is a member of indigenous society in Java, a dominant island in the Indonesian state. His ethnic group, called Dayak Indo-Buddha Bumi Segandu Indramayu. Indonesia is located in Southeast Asia. It is the world's largest archipelago, an enormous chain of islands spanning a distance of more than 5,000 kilometers along the equators from Sumatra in the west and Papua in the east. The latest count puts the total figure at well over 18,000 islands, ranging from huge Papua and Kalimantan, the second and third largest islands in the world after Greenland, to tiny atolls in the east, no more than mere specks in the ocean. Indonesia's population keeps growing as well. With 240 million citizens, Indonesia now ranks as the world's fifth most populous nation, just behind the United States. This is a nation which has the most various ethnic group in the world. An estimated 800 distinct ethnic groups inhabit Indonesia, each with its own language, tradition, belief system, cultural life, and heritage. These are Sumba's enemies Merapu priests. Ride their horses to a sacred spot to communicate with spirits. And this is Sumba's annual Pasola ritual, pits men from coastal villages against inlanders. Fighting with spears on horseback, opponents are sometimes wounded and even killed, despite a government ban on sharp points. These men of Western Flores square off a ritual whip fight, which often results in deep open wounds. Two warriors from Timor strike a heroic pose with their ancient swords during a ritual war dance. Now we move to Java. This is the Kraton, a royal palace of Sultan in Yogyakarta. The Javanese dance form emphasizes slow, controlled motion, poses, silences, and subtle expressions. The wayang kulit shadow puppet remains the most popular form of mass entertainment. It took stories from the Hindu legends of the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. This is a Kenyah Dayak chief in full regalia. And this is a mummified Dani ancestor in the Baliam Valley. The Baliam Dani is just one tribe from around 250 in Papua. How the great numbers of these ethnic groups living together in harmony. Indonesia has a national principle, the Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which means unity in diversity, or although in pieces, yet one. But now, the value of Bhinneka Tunggal Ika could be decreased into just a slogan. Many of the Indonesian ethnic groups have been marginalized for years. the minority Chinese Indonesian, for example. This community has been living in this area for more than 1,000 years. They were active in the establishment of the Indonesian state in early 20th century, and they are now legitimate Indonesian citizens. But they got systematically marginalized and often become the target of violence. The other groups are the indigenous people with their local belief system, which are not acknowledged by the state. The Indonesian government only facilitates 6 religions. How the Indonesian people and their government deal with this situation? This is a very important job for the government to protect its citizens and their culture and tradition.